YouTube, what's going on? Back in my latest video. Have a special one for you guys today, so let's just get right into it. Here we go. Alright guys, so before we get into this video, please smash that like button down below. Let me know you guys are enjoying these videos, and as always, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down below as well so you're updated to my most recent content, and hit the bell notification so you're alerted as soon as I post a new video. So this video's origin comes from a conversation I had with BeardedPopHunter. This is somewhat of like a collab video. Me and him were talking over text or Instagram, one of the two, and we were talking about what the top 10 Funko Pops were from 2019. He mentioned a few things on Instagram that he thought were top 10. I think he was dead wrong about that. I don't think the Pops he was talking about were in the top 10 at all. So we both decided to make a list of our top 10 Funko Pops of 2019. So he has a video as well. Go check his video out after watching this one. See what he had included in his top 10. And stay tuned to see what I have. The only rules I believe that he mentioned were that they had to come out in 2019, and we didn't necessarily have to have them in our collection. Just the best overall Pops of this year. So let's see what I have on my list. I'm going to start off with an honorable mention. I don't know if that was allowed or not, but I couldn't add it in the top 10, but still wanted to mention it. And even if they weren't allowed, it's my channel. I can break the rules if I want. And it's actually 3 honorable mentions. They were all movie moments. The first one I had as an honorable mention was the Daenerys and Jorah Game of Thrones movie moment. That pop, which is so dope to me. I haven't grabbed it yet. I actually saw it in Paris and was gonna get it, but it was like 40 euros or something like that. So I had to find it over here, but that pop just was an iconic scene in the movie. I love Daenerys. Daenerys is bae, and that one just makes it look really dope and tough. And I think that was one of the best pops of this year. The other pop I didn't get that was a movie moment was Scar with the flames, the chase, and also the common were extremely dope. They did a great job with those. The movie moment pops for me are always nice looking ones. They're one of my favorites because it's actually from the scene from the movie, and they do a good job of the details on that. And the final movie moment is the Jafar serpent with Aladdin. I have that. I don't know where it is. It's down in the store somewhere, and I didn't feel like grabbing it. But that pop is an amazing looking one. And I think, you know, Funko really executed a scene from a classic Disney movie really well with this one. I feel like it was the most underrated pop of the whole year because it hit the sales shelf. I think it was like $5 at some point for the whole box. So that one is definitely one I wanted to mention as well. But let's get right into the top 10. Alright guys, so at number 10, I think I'm breaking the rules with this one as well because I have a 5-way tie, but it's all from the same series. And that is the H&R Puff and Stuff line. So I know a lot of people aren't really feeling this line of Funko Pops just because they don't remember it, but I do, and it's always just really cool to me when Funko takes something that's obscure and makes it into Funko Pops, and I think they just really executed really well with these. They are extremely nice looking Pops. Witchy Poo is one of the best ones from this year. They all were con exclusives. This wasn't H&R Puff Stuff, but it's the same era with Sigmund and the Sea Monster. You have the infamous henchman of Witchy Poo, Cling and Clang. I know a lot of people weren't feeling these ones at all just because they look a little weird, but that's what they look like in the show, and it definitely brings back memories. And then you have the grail of the set, which is H&R Puff and Stuff. He was just an iconic character back in this, 60s, 70s, and he just was extremely memorable to me because I watched this show as a child. And I just think at some point this pop right here is going to be a grail, maybe even Witchy Poo, but for those that didn't get this one originally, I think they're gonna end up regretting it. This pop is extremely dope. The box art on it as well just looks extremely nice, and this is just one of the best Funko Pops they did this year. So at number 10, we have the whole line of H&R Puff and Stuff from the world of Sid and Marty Krofft. Alright, so at number 9, this was kind of like the year of My Hero Academia. There was a lot of really dope pops that dropped from My Hero Academia this year. I haven't seen Beard's list yet, but I'm sure he's got probably the whole 10 might be My Hero Academia or at Icons. And this pop, I'm sure it's gonna be on his list as well, but it was one of the best pops of this year. It was a New York City Con exclusive, and it's Hero Killer Stain. So I know a lot of people are probably watching it that are fans, probably thought this would be a little bit higher, but I do think there still were 8 other pops that are better than this one this year. But this one, he's just an iconic character in the show. He's pretty much a lot where the storyline comes from in the show. so they had to make him into a Funko Pop. And I just think they did a really good job executing this one. He's a cool character, but as far as the other Pops on the list, I just think it's a better mold, better characters. But this one is extremely dope. He just looks extremely nice, and he out of the box even looks a little bit better. I still need to double up on this one so I can keep one out of the box. For now, I just have this one. But yeah, this one is extremely dope, and definitely one of the best Pops of this year, and it being a comic exclusive makes it just a little bit better. So there you go. Number 9, we have the Hero Killer Stain. Alright, moving right along. So number 8. If you guys watch my channel at all, you know a lot of what I get from my Funko Pop collection has to do with nostalgia and what reminds me of childhood and things of that nature. So this Pop right here definitely reminds me of that. I had the toy growing up, listened to the music, the song growing up, and just he's an iconic character to me, and that's Bartman. So Bartman was one of the coolest characters growing up for me. He was only in, I think, one episode of The Simpsons, but just they did a whole lot merchandising him, making the song Michael Jackson and things of that nature. And Bartman just was extremely, extremely cool to me. This is what I say, you know, a lot of times the common Pops are dope to me still. Like, it's not always just making an exclusive or highly valuable Pop. I buy what I like, and this is definitely one of those. This was one of the best ones in my collection for this year. I didn't think they had to do too much. You know, he's a pretty simple character. It's just Bart with a purple mask over him, the purple cape, but still is really, really dope. They had the old school blue shirt that Bart had. A lot of people don't remember Bart had a blue shirt initially and then switched over to orange. But yeah, this one is really, really dope. It reminds me of childhood, and they did a really good job. A lot of Pops that I see that come out, I just wait for it. I wait till it goes on sale or anything like that. But the moment this one dropped, I grabbed it instantly, and that's why I thought I had to make the top 10, because it's one of the few that I actually got the day it came out. So Bartman makes number 8 on my list for this year. Alright guys, so at number 7, this is the first of, I think, 1 or 2 ad icons I thought they did this year. This was also the year of the ad icons for Funko. They dropped so many ad icons. I think today they're dropping a 10-inch big boy, which hopefully I can get because I don't have the original and will never pay that price for it. So a 10-inch is definitely a settle for me, a compromise. But this is one of the best ones I think they did this year out of all the ad icons, and that was the flocked Energizer Bunny. So Energizer Bunny was a iconic character, iconic ad icon, obviously. Growing up, you know, it just keeps going and going. And I think the flocked in this one just is really dope. I do believe I had 2 of these ones, one to keep in the box, one out of the box. But the flocked on this one was just extremely, extremely nice. And I was waiting for them to make this character for a long time, and was extremely happy when they decided to do it. I actually looked all over my area in stores for the common one. Couldn't find it because they all sold out. And while I was looking, Funko announced we're dropping this one as a flocked version. So extremely happy to get this one. This one's a whole lot better than the non-flocked one to me. I don't even know if I have the non-flocked one, just because this one is extremely dope to me, and definitely one of the best Funko Pops of this year. You have Energizer Bunny at number 7. Alright guys, so I know when me and BeardedPopHunter were talking about making this list, we both agreed that we didn't necessarily have to have the Pops in my collection. But this Pop, the only reason I don't have in my collection is it has not come out yet. All the other Pops that are on my list, I have, and that's why I know they're the top 10, just because I ended up grabbing them. Couldn't miss out on them, and this one, as soon as it comes out, I will grab as well, and that's the Morton Salt Girl. This is one I know he mentioned online as well, that he thought was one of the better ones of this year. Not sure if he made a list or not. Go check his list. But this Morton Salt Girl, the mold on this one's extremely dope. It's always nice when they do something a little bit different. You have the salt pouring that back behind her. I know when they first announced the Morton Salt Girl, I didn't know what they were going to do with that. I didn't know if anybody was really asking for the Morton Salt Girl to become a Funko Pop. But the execution on this Pop was flawless. It looks extremely dope in the glams. Hopefully it looks just as good in person, but nonetheless, I still think that one is a extremely nice looking Funko Pop and needs to and deserves to be announced as a top Funko Pop for this year, 2019. And I do believe it falls at number 6 on this list. Extremely nice one, and definitely one I'll be grabbing as soon as it drops. Alright guys, so at number 5, we have a Pop. This year, it was another year of The Office. and I had a whole lot of Office Pops that were in the contention for top 10 of the year, but I decided just to pick one. There were so many Pops that came out this year for The Office. I think this was the first year that they actually did the Pops for them. It's one of my favorite shows, one of the funniest shows of all time. Outside of Seinfeld, it's probably number 2 as far as funniest sitcoms. Hopefully they make Seinfeld Pops next year, and that will make the 2020 list. But for this year, the top Office Pop for me had to be Prison Mike. This was just a hilarious episode of The Office. I think it was only like 1 or 2 scenes in the show, but it made a lasting impression, and they just got this one down. I do have the Hot Topic one as well, somewhere around here. I just couldn't find it. It's in storage somewhere, but that one's a special edition sticker. The other Pops I thought about considering with the Date Mike and also Classy Santa Mike were dope as well, but this one just was the best one to me. Prison Mike is an hilarious episode. If you guys have not checked out The Office, highly suggest you do. You won't regret it, and you'll appreciate Prison Mike as much as I do. So number 5, I had Prison Mike from The Office. Alright, so at number 4, we have another My Hero Academia Pop. Like I said, so many Pops came out this year, so many dope ones. It was kind of hard to narrow it down, but this one I think was the best My Hero Academia Pop of this year. They did a really good job with the mold. It looks different. It looks almost not like a Funko Pop at all, and that's why I think it just stands out so much more to me. And that's Tamara Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. This Pop is dope. Like, I don't know if Beard's gonna have this on his list or not, but to me, it's the best My Hero Academia Pop of the year. If he disagrees, he's wrong. But this one is amazing. You got those hands covering his face on top, on the side. You got the eye barely showing through because they had to have that for Funko Pops. It'd be crazy if they actually added another eye under that hand just to make the details even better. I don't think they did. Probably not. But this Pop has some weight to it as well. It's just almost like a regular figure outside of being a Funko Pop. I think this one's the best one by far of this year. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree, if this one's the best My Hero Academia Pop. To me, this one is unquestioned though. This is definitely number 4 on my list. Probably could have been put a little bit higher, but the top 3 for me just were a class of their own. And yeah, this one is really dope though. It was tough to put this any lower than number 4, and definitely one of the best Funko Pops of 2019. Alright guys, so we're in the top 3. These are the best 3 Funko Pops that I think that Funko dropped this year. Now of course, we're all going to be biased, we're all going to have our own opinions, so you know that a Dragon Ball Z Pop had to make my list. It just kind of had to be the case. But for me, they dropped a lot of Dragon Ball Z Pops this year. A lot of them were the same characters, the same molds, but this one, they have never dropped a mold for this character yet, and I was extremely happy when they did. Was extremely happy that this one was easy to get as well. I don't think it initially sold out and was able to scoop up this one. I think I have 2 as well, and that is Porunga from Dragon Ball Z. So you guys already know I have a Shenron tattoo. Porunga is just as dope to me. Maybe I'll get one of him in the future as well. But I just think they did a really good job with this one, with the 7 Dragon Balls, him coming out of the Dragon Balls, and he's just a menacing figure. I mean, he really looks dope. If you weren't into Funko Pops at all and you just were into Dragon Ball Z, I still think people would grab this one just because it doesn't really look like a Funko Pop. It looks more like just a Dragon Ball Z figure. But being a 6-inch Pop was really dope. I wish what they would have done and waited to make this one a 10-inch one, since they're having this 10-inch fetish right now. I think this one and Shenron would be extremely dope as a 10-inch character just because they're so much bigger than everybody else in Dragon Ball Z. But this one is really nice. The details on this one are amazing. Always like when there's a little bit more action in the Pop, that he's coming out of the Dragon Balls, and I just think this one is unquestioned the top 3 Funko Pop of this year, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, of course. But this one is extremely dope even if you're not. Number 3, we have Porunga from Dragon Ball Z. Alright, so we're in the top 2. So this one originally was going to be my number 1 of the year. I don't know if I mentioned before in the videos or not. I thought it was the best one of the year, but then something else came and dethroned it. But this Pop is extremely nice. You guys know by now from watching my videos, I'm a huge Simpsons fan, and this Pop, when it came out, I think I grabbed 3 of this one just because I wanted it so much. But this Pop is in a league of its own, and that is the Kang and Kodos from San Diego Comic-Con. So this was a GameStop exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con. This pop, I think, is supposed to be just a regular 4-inch pop, but these pops are almost the size of a 6-inch pop. And it was I think it was 30 bucks retail, so you almost get like 2 6-inch pops for 30 bucks. So on top of being a extremely nice looking one, it was a great deal. Kang and Kodos were one of the funniest characters growing up on the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episodes. If you guys have not watched the show, you probably don't appreciate them as much. Go watch it and you will. But these pops are really, really nice looking. They are huge figures, and they also glow in the dark. And you guys know I'm a sucker for all glow in the dark pops. But yeah, this one just, it didn't sell out initially. It was on the website for a while, restocked a few times. But I think this one's going to be a grail in a few years. A lot of the 2-packs end up being that. This is going to be one that I think if people passed on initially or going to end up regretting, and it might go up to the price that those other original Simpson Pops did. Because I don't think they'll make another mold of this one. You can't do too much with Kang and Kodos, so this might be the one and only. So grab this one if you've not. This is definitely the second best Funko Pop of this year. Would have been the first one, but a pop dropped, I think, last month that would dethrone this one. So yeah, man, this one is amazing. That's all I can really say. So let's get to the number 1 and see what one dethroned this. Alright guys, so this pop had originally come out in a different mold a few years back, and I do have that pop as well. And that was one of my favorite ones in my collection. If you've watched my previous videos, I did a top 10 favorite in my collection from 2018. Definitely have to do a new one for this year just because I've added so many. But I think that pop still would have been in my top 10 had this one not come out. This one is far and above the top pop from 2019. I talked about it on Instagram. It may not be a surprise for anybody who follows me on there. Or even, I think I did a video with this one as well. But this one far and away is the best one for this year. There's no question. I don't even think it's gonna make Beard's top 10. I don't think he even thought about this one. But it is the Maleficent Dragon glow in the dark with the fire. This one is amazing to me. I had to keep this one out of the box. I have 2 of them. This one is crazy looking. The fire all glows in the dark. The eyes glow in the dark. It's a 6-inch Funko Pop. This is one that if you have in the box, take it out. It doesn't belong in the box. This one is a display piece. It is just amazing. This one, as soon as I got it, I took it out of the box. Most times I keep the exclusives in the box, but this one and also the other one that's like 100-something bucks are out of the box. They're too nice. They have to be displayed. And this one just far and above is a crazy looking figure. Again, if you weren't into Funko Pops, this one would stand out to you. Anybody comes to your house, saw this sitting around, they would ask what that is. They're like, oh yeah, I saw that movie growing up. And cut the lights off, let it glow, and they'll be even more impressed. This one is probably, I don't know if it's my favorite one in my collection, but it's definitely up there, top 5 for sure. And this is definitely the best Funko Pop that dropped this year. I don't think there's anything else close. Check out BeardedPopHunter's list. I'm gonna check it out with you guys, see what he has on there, what nonsense he has. But if you think my list is better, go on his video, drop down, go Dirty Birds. He'll know what that means. And show him some love. That's the homie right there, and I do appreciate him collabing with me to make this video. So drop down in the comment section below what you thought about my list. Drop down in the comment section below what your top 10 was for this year as well, and just appreciate all the support, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'll see you later.